In this video, we're going to talk about automation and the basics. We're going to let you see how you can use those buttons to help work your equipment. You may have different types out there. You may have just the standard on and off switch type system, but what is very common is now is a automation system. Right here, I have two different types. This is a basic one where your sub panel, your breakers aren't in it, and you may not need as many functions. Whereas this one can actually have breakers in it, be that sub panel for you, and it has the ability to possibly control more things. What's in this one as well is actually the salt cell system brain to help maintain everything. So if you don't have a salt cell but you have this box, you'll just have a plate here just like here. So those are, again, two different types. But we're going to use this one as the example today of how it works. Just realize this portion, which is what we'll be talking about, is identical to here. That is the one great thing about this product. So usually what you're going to see when your pull is in regular mode, you'll have a light come on right here underneath that reset button that says auto, and there'll be a little red light there. When it's in auto mode, it's whatever was scheduled either by your pool professional or maybe something that you created yourself. That's scheduling of the running of your pool pump, maybe a water feature that you want to come on in the evenings for a couple of hours, maybe dust on with your pool lights, or whatever other components that you may have hooked up to this automation system. That is, and when it's in auto mode, it's going to function off of whatever schedules you build in there. Now, below that you have service, and below that one you have timeout mode. Your pool professional that is probably maintaining your pool, what we like to do when we come out to do regular cleaning is if we are functioning and needing to adjust things, when it's in auto mode, we can't push any of these buttons to change. So what we'll do is we'll put it down there in timeout mode, and that allows us to maybe turn the pump off, or maybe we need to turn something else on to inspect it. Another thing that we like about the timeout mode is if we add some chemicals that we want to ensure are going to circulate for a few hours, we will leave it in timeout mode, because timeout mode means whatever, when I put it in timeout mode, whatever I turn on or off, that is what's going to be set for 3 hours. And then after those 3 hours, it's going to go back to auto, back to its regular schedule. So let's say, for example, I come at 4 in the afternoon and clean your pool, and your schedule is to go off at 5, but I need it to circulate those chemicals. It's now going to run from 4 to 7, then shut off, go back to its original schedule. Since it's already off for the day, it'll just turn off and come on the next morning, however, or whatever time you have. Service mode is, if I put it in service mode, whatever I do, if I turn everything on or if I turn everything off, it is going to stay in that mode until I come back and change one of these buttons. Usually when the pool's first built, we like to possibly put it in service mode so that it can run for 24 to 48 hours straight. Nothing wrong with that. Service just allows it to stay in a constant schedule of whatever we pick. Or maybe we need to do some type of basic repair, and we'll put it in service mode. Maybe I'm working on the filter or doing a filter clean. It's also to help prevent, in case you're in the house and you're like, oh, my waterfall's not on, and you go turn on the equipment not realizing that your pool tech is back there. So again, auto, it's on its regular schedule. Service, it's going to stay in that mode, whatever you say to either turn on or off until you come back and change it. And your timeout button is what's going to be scheduled for 3 hours, then go back to its regular setting. Past that, you have your basic buttons, depending on what is programmed or what is on your pool. It will be labeled up above what each one of those will do, and you can go in there and manually change and turn something on or off. You can even check if you're in pool mode or spa mode, maybe you're doing a basic clean or whatnot, you can manually go in there and do something. Again, realize if it's in auto, you will not be able to use those buttons, but if you put it in service or timeout mode, you will then be able to manually turn something on or off. Hopefully this video helped you out today on how to do the basic things when it comes to your automation system. Have a great day.